Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Let's talk about Jimmy Butler making the NBA Finals with 7 undrafted players, while LeBron James got swept with 2 top 75. So Jimmy Butler basically made the NBA Finals with spare parts, while LeBron had AD, himself, a rebuilt roster, and they still got swept. If you are as great as they say you are, you have to at least win one game. Even if you lose and you don't make it to the finals, at least win one game at minimum. And a LeBron-led Lakers were unable to do that. But they'll tell you that he's the greatest since sliced bread, while Jimmy Butler is out here with Bam Adebayo, a borderline all-star, and 7 undrafted players, and they're in the finals. This is insane. But once again, they'll tell you that LeBron is the greatest player to ever pick up a basketball. I mean, and if you don't know sports or you don't pay attention, then you drink the Kool-Aid. But if you actually been paying attention, you study the game, and you have some sort of brain and you could think for yourself, this is all garbage. The Miami Heat were given a 3% chance to beat the Boston Celtics. And look what they did. So basically, everybody counted them out. As far as I'm concerned, I thought it would have been a 6-game series, more toward Boston favor. I'm not going to lie. I know Miami is a very good team, but Boston is a better team talent-wise. I'm not going to say they're a better team, but as far as talent, they have more talent than the Miami Heat. Eric Spoelstra was able to get every ounce out of Miami. But if you look at talent on paper, Boston have more talent. They do. They just underperform. They underachieve. Whether that's coaching or that's personally on the players, who knows? But they didn't get the job done. And here goes Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and a bunch of undrafted players about to face Denver in the finals. And that is crazy. Imagine the road Miami had to take to get to this point. First, they lost in the play-in. They lost their first game. So then they had to play again. First, they had to knock off the Milwaukee Bucks, which were easily the favorite. No one saw this coming. So they had to knock off Giannis. Then they had to knock off the Knicks, which is a very good team. Then they had to knock off the Celtics, which everybody thought the Celtics would have beat the Heat in maybe 6 games at most. And they pulled the upset. Or is it an upset? I mean, because they're both somewhat evenly matched. Even though the Celtics have more talent, the Heat is a pretty good team. And here they are in the finals right now, about to go up against Denver, which I feel they're going to lose. Denver have too many firepower. Denver is a better team. They have the best player in the world currently, Jamal Murray, who's a beast, a great second option, Michael Porter Jr., who's a good role player, Gordon, another great role player, and a deep roster. So I don't know how Miami's going to match up with Denver. I'm calling 5 games. Miami might win 1, just off heart. Miami will win a game. I don't think they're going to get swept like the Lakers. Just because it's a Jimmy Butler-led Miami team and they have a lot of heart, so I'll give them 1 game. But they're going to fall in 5. That's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong, but that is my prediction. So Jimmy Butler beat the 1 seed and the 2 seed, while LeBron got a rebuilt roster, mid-season, a really good roster, a lot of pieces they brought in via the trade. Gets a lot of whistling in the playoff. The Lakers got a lot of whistles and a lot of calls. They got the friendly whistle in this year's playoff, that's for sure. And they still got swept. With LeBron, AD, and a very good roster, they still got swept. So LeBron was unable to win 1 game. And this wasn't because the team didn't show up, because the team showed up. The team as a whole, they played well. They showed up. The issue was LeBron played 3 bad games, or 2.5, whichever. So they didn't get swept because the role players didn't do their job. They did. AD played 2 good games. So AD played bad in some of the games, of course, but LeBron played at least 3 bad games I could count, or you could say 2.5. So LeBron is the sole reason why they got swept. Game 1, they could have won. LeBron happened. Game 2, they could have won. LeBron happened. Game 3, he played in. And Game 4, the final game, LeBron showed up, but it was too late. It was too late. So if he had showed up the way he did in Game 4 in the earlier games, in the previous games, they would have won. Or at least won 1 or 2. But the Lakers got swept partly because of LeBron. Not only LeBron, but he's a big part of why they got swept. While Jimmy Butler is out here with a bunch of plumbers, undrafted players who aren't proven, unproven players. Up until this point, most of these players were unproven, and they're in the NBA Finals. That's crazy. So as a Heat, Jimmy Butler is a better Heat than LeBron. This is no debate, no argument. Jimmy Butler is a better Heat than LeBron. And if by some miracle he's able to win the NBA championship, he will become the greatest Heat of all time. No debate. If Jimmy Butler is able to pull this off, he will be the GOAT in Miami, surpassing LeBron, D. Wade, and everybody else. One big quality that I love about Jimmy Butler, he don't complain. He never complained to the front office about to get him more talent. Last year when they lost to Boston, he didn't complain. We need more talent. We need this. He took what they gave him and did what he could. On the contrary, LeBron is always complaining. He never have enough pieces. The team is never good enough. He always needs more. And that's the reason why a lot of people don't like LeBron. We know he's great, but he complains a lot. He's a prima donna, and he never has enough talent. When is enough enough? Never. He always needs more and more because he have to have the best teams. He always have to be the favorite to win. And that's just what it is. So Jimmy Butler is proving right now that you could win no matter what. If you have a good coaching system in place, you play the right way, you play team basketball, and you have a lot of heart in your chest, you could win. You don't need a super team to win. Despite LeBron always wanting to have the best players on his team. They'll say LeBron is a great leader, but I beg to differ. I'm not saying he's a bad leader. I just don't think he is as great as they say he is. Look at Jimmy Butler. To me personally, Jimmy Butler is a better leader than LeBron. Not because they made the NBA Finals, no. Because of his approach. He don't complain. He doesn't blame anybody when things go bad. He take it on the chin, and that's what a leader do. That is leadership. When things go wrong, LeBron throws subliminals. He make cryptic tweets. He throw people under the bus. He's infamous for throwing people under the bus. Jimmy don't do none of that. Whenever things go left, he take it on the chin. It's on me. And that's why I think he's a better leader than LeBron. So once again, Miami have 7 undrafted players on the team. And Jimmy Butler were able to lead them to the finals. LeBron had AD, himself, Rui, Austin Reeves, D'Lo, Schroeder, the list goes on. And they couldn't win one game, but they did beat all the other teams, no problem. They beat the Warriors, they beat the Memphis Grizzlies, but they couldn't get one game off Denver. But hey, I guess there's always next year, which will be harder because as you get older, it gets harder. But as always, I holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.